All right, guys, welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is part 3. So in the last one, we got all the left door endings, I believe. It's actually exactly 1 a.m. When I'm doing this. Oh, that's right. It wanted my favorite time of day. So this is the third time I've booted up the game, and no, 1 a.m. is not my favorite time. I don't really have a favorite time, so I just put in the actual time. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Yeah, that was, I guess. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 1 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 1 a.m.? It's still 1 a.m. So it's insanely accurate, actually. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. Hey, you know what, man? Me too. Me too. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. Yeah, man. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Yeah, man. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. Let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. All right. All right. So we're back in Stanley Parable 2, or Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Let's just get right into it. Let's not waste any time. I'm going to skip the intro. All right, we are back. I believe we did all the endings on the left. So let's see, what did we do? We turned on and off the mind control facility with and without the bucket. So that's 4. We fell off of the mind control facility with and without the bucket. So that's 6. We went to the escape route with and without the bucket. So that's 8. Oh, and then we went down the stairs and got both, like, insanity endings with and without the bucket. So that's 10. How many endings... I'm actually going to look this up right now. How many endings in Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe through the left door? There is... Looks like they're missing some. Huh. 16 endings and 14 to the left. 5 taking neither. 7 tied. What? Oh my god. So I'm missing a bunch. I don't know what I'm missing. We'll do the right door. We'll do the right door this time around.
All of his co-workers were gone.
And knock those obvious ones out.
Room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know, so we'll knock them out. All right. Why is this here? I don't know why I always feel the need to check these windows. So we're going to go to the right this time. I believe...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
All right,
Perhaps
so...
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm pretty sure the only endings I've done on the right side, because I did do a couple. I did the video game ending, with and without the bucket.
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did not get that ending with the elevator, but we're going to keep going.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You know what? Did I go through here without the bucket? I don't think I did. I'm going to go down here. I think the last time I went through here, it was with the bucket. Okay, yeah, it leads to the same thing.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. What the fuck?
Was he a recording?
You didn't think I was actually just a recording.
Oh.
did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry. Oh. Is that it? Is that the only...
All of his co-workers were gone.
I guess so.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
That was
the
a short
meeting.
ending.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, there's one. We've done the one with the bucket. I think I already did the input thing. Anytime you reset the game, it does something different. Alright, we're going to go through the right door again. So we got both of those now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct.
And we got the video game ending with both. So I guess the only thing I could do is go up the elevator. Go up that elevator shaft.
Just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room,
I'm just going to skip right through this.
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I'm going to keep on going, my guy.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Can I actually...
I'm not your enemy, really. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I gotta stop getting
Good
curious.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
It's a very short ending. And again, a couple of really short endings off the bat.
Were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know why automatically I'm like, I gotta shut off every computer.
Missed a memo.
Well, let me try it with the bucket then.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble.
Is that any different?
A committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
I just love how there's random freaking doors open. I'm going through the right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
All right, I'm gonna fall to my death again with the bucket this time.
The place to be, and here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I love how dejected he
Stanley took
gets.
the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he did not.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
I'm going down here.
Somewhere else.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah. Again, another short ending, but I'm knocking these small ones out.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, okay, he keeps saying the same thing over and over. $4.20. I'm so lame, I'm sorry. Alright. Again, we're gonna go to the right door. I promise we're gonna go on the platform this time. I promise. We'll go on the platform.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business,
I keep interrupting him.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. We'll do that later.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
All right. We will go on the platform. We will go on the platform.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off.
How do you get up there?
Foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Oh, there's balloons up there. That's
realize
funny. I never
investing
noticed that
your
before.
Trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about.
I bet if they were the
nothing
white
but
balloons, they
you
would
all
blend
this
in as
time.
much.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Or they blend in.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your
Urgent.
work aside.
Employees should never, under
to
any
let
circumstance,
her back
attempt.
into your life.
I can't tell what it says.
Waiting.
Forklift. I know how to drive these. I'm forklift certified. No one cares. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What happens if I just ignore it? Does it just keep ringing? Does it just ring forever? I guess it just keeps ringing. Oh?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
My wife!
Sweetie, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread.
She was on the phone last video.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha.
I'm married to a mannequin.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I don't know, man.
Their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I want to go this way.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
That was very, devious of you.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press O on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential.
What would that...
nature
I haven't even really thought about that. What would pushing buttons do for you? Like, how are you making the company money by just pressing buttons? That doesn't make any... You're not selling anything. Press X.
Look at him there, pushing buttons,
What the fuck?
doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Can't go in there. Please press L.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press J to watch TV.
And so
Gladly.
he began to fantasize about his own job.
Wait, wasn't there
First,
actually
he
a TV
imagined that
here?
One day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly
Someone's bumping
vanished
some music
off the
outside.
face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
It's fucking late as
So
shit
he
that they're
went
bumping
further.
music outside.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last,
I pretended.
choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press G to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through
Oh my
this
god, it's
fantasy
just changing
world,
into my office,
he began
isn't
to
it?
fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down
Yellow
another was
line
a game with a
trademark?
baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press U to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press I to tell your wife you love her. Aww.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly
I try to make sure to do that in real life, too.
All he's doing is pushing the same buttons
Every single day.
Nothing
Multiple times.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press O to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world,
feel like I'm
he
still
can
awake.
never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press R to be at work in the morning. Well, he said don't do it, but so it makes me want to do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here...
This is straight up
is
just my
electing
office
to
now.
Kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
My wife's not even here. Please press Y to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way
Maybe
I
it's
wanted
better
to.
that way to not question
But I don't
anything.
make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
At least in Stanley's case.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled.
Maybe I'm an idiot and I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like
Perhaps.
Stanley Parable is a
Maybe
very
this time you'll
philosophical
see.
game.
Maybe.
It's very smart.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. Hello? Alright. Well, there's an ending. I'm actually
How
curious.
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Man, I love how they just change it up every once in a while.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Alright. We're gonna do the same ending with the bucket now. God, there's something so weird about this room. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
I know there's 42 endings in this game. I'm trying my best to find all of them because I'm a completionist at heart. At least with stuff like this.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Said the bucket.
Okay, I've gone over there
Go to the
twice
meeting
with and
room.
without.
Go
I've
somewhere
gone
else.
down there with and
The
without.
cargo lift, yes.
I just need to go up
there.
here
Go to the cog.
with
Good.
the bucket.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this
It
bucket
feels
was
like you should be able to go down
It should
there
have alarmed
and
him,
walk
of course,
through it,
because
but
buckets can't
I
talk.
think it's just
But
there
Stanley chose not to think about this
for you to
obvious
question it, I
fact.
guess.
He was
I don't know.
firmly convinced that the
It's
bucket
not really there for any
spoke to
reason.
him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't I?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Nope. There I go.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Okay,
Pick
this
up
is the
phone,
same.
and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Alright.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, this is a nice place. I like it. Hello, bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press T to take me to work with you. Oh.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press M to take me back home with you. Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Hello.
To see him delusional like this,
is a nice place. I like it.
Metal object?
I want to say
Can't go in
something
there.
to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to
This is
me.
a legit a nice place. I like it. I'm gonna stop saying that. Press Y to go back to work. Okay.
I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press I for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking
Where's my bucket?
orders
There
from
it
the
is.
bucket. You know,
I'm obsessed.
once upon a time,
I love this
me
bucket.
He took orders from me. He trusted and listened to. Now all he
Jazz
cares about is
music.
this awful bucket. This stupid
I'll
hunk of
sit here with
metal.
my bucket and I'll watch some TV. Press I to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. But I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
See the vibes that
From
it
now
gives
on,
in here?
He's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket.
Certain
this
lights are off,
sort
it
of
just makes it-
shiny bucket.
It just
Well, I'll
gives
give
it a
this.
different
Bucket does have a nice
kind of
shine
creepy
to
vibe,
it.
you know? You'll believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press Y to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
TV's
It's just a
on.
little more, what am I trying
Bucket
to
was
say?
watching TV, I'm sorry.
Sturdier.
Interrupted
more
your TV
capable
time.
of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press H to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh
my.
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press C to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Uh-oh.
The bucket.
It's getting a little romantical in
What's
here.
going on? Why do I want to be with
Ooh.
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had
We're in the
bucket,
bed
this would be
together.
less
Let's go.
confusing. Yes.
Ooh, I'm gonna lie with the
could tell
bucket.
me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close my eye. Hello? Go back to work, Stanley. All right.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I love how they change it. Let's go. This time we're gonna not take the bucket with us. We're gonna go through the right door and take that elevator.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps.
The lounge was grand, majestic.
We're gonna get on it.
Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes. I will.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
But I'm going
walked
through here.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. I gotta go down this random lift elevator thing.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Well, this is a boring ass room.
From here, it's, left.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
bruh. Come on now.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What
I don't
was
know.
I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a
You don't know, do you? You don't know where I need to go. I want to go my own way.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh,
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The
Oh,
whole
come on.
story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
All
And
right.
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
And that's it, I guess. Not much of an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Not
Stanley
much of an
decided
ending.
to go to the meeting room.
Hello?
Perhaps he
It
had
won't work.
simply missed a memo.
Where's my bucket? Where's my bucket? The bucket's gone. Why is the bucket gone? The bucket's supposed to be here. Is that really the end? Maybe it's not really the end. Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted. The
I thought
game
you
when
did too. I guess
Maybe
not.
we
I was like, damn, that's a really lame ending.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or?
I don't know why I would do that, man.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Exactly.
It was right here just
Blaming
a minute
me.
ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Oh, Jesus, there's too many
Let's
choices.
Find the story.
Oh my god. Okay, they just all lead to the same thing, don't they? No. What the fuck? How about this way? Through here? This is just very random.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Oh my god.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh. Alright, so this, I know now that this is not really
All of his co-workers were
the actual
gone.
ending.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, nope, not it. I don't know why I always turn off the computers. Oh, there's no doors now.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Now it's just an empty room.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I
What the
knew
fuck?
we'd
This is
missed
not-
something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story.
Okay.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, now it's getting dirty and gross.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office
Not a door,
building.
is it?
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yo, I win!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you. You know what? I try.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
No, you were gonna
We
give me the
both know
win.
You didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Come on,
Some
man.
people win fair and
Sometime-
square, and this was not
Sometimes,
one of those
you know, there are
situations.
people out there that are just better
I'm
naturally,
getting
and they don't have to
weirded
put
out
in
by
as much
whatever this
work.
place is.
That's me.
I don't care
I'm
what I've
natural.
done
I'm a
this time,
natural at this
I
shit.
have to restart.
Oh, come on.
All right, I've got a solution.
Stanley Parable
This
2
time, to make
Adventure
sure we
Line.
don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh my god, I can actually walk through here now. Wait. I can look at this screen. It's solitaire. Yo.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Did I just...
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no
Going
story
up the stairs,
there? Or
baby.
to put it another way, is the story of
Okay.
no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey
What is going
such that
on
a
with this line,
destination
bro?
is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with that.
This line's going
You know what?
bananas,
I
bro.
think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yo!
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley,
What, this?
fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's a fern, bro. I think I'm...
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yeah.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley
Line
parable,
trademark.
right? The story? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything
Brings
we've
me
been
back to
through-
the same thing.
No, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god, bro. Bruh.
You know what, Stanley? I think
Okay,
that
you
getting
change your mind a
what's
lot.
never done for us. We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Just making shit up now.
Yes, this is exciting. It's
just
me
empty
and
hallways,
Stanley
my boy-
forging a
my
new
boy.
path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I'm just
The
going
world.
in circles.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
You sound so depressed.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Okay, I'm walking
which
in
means that
circles.
Somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door.
Alright, I'm gonna stop.
Here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from
What?
the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Bro, they lead to the same thing.
The confusion ending.
Oh,
You're
man.
telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all
That's
this
sad.
goes?
The narrator's gone after a long time. Stanley just dies.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank.
I
simply
forget
because
about...
it's written
He
here on
forgets
this-
about
this
previous
thing.
restarts.
Wall.
Play the story, but is prevented. Unable to go
Consult
anywhere or do
me.
anything. The game restarts
How
on
do
its
I get
own.
to decide?
Find the line
Why
again.
don't
Begin
I
following
get a
the
say in
line.
all of this? Is
Find
it
an
really-
identical replica
No,
of
it
the
can't
office
be.
that has begun to
I don't want it
deteriorate.
be.
Attempt to make
I
up a
don't
story
want the
here.
game to keep
Narrator
restarting.
restarts.
I don't want to forget
There is
what's
no
going
longer an
on.
office. Simply
I don't
black
want to be trapped
space.
like
Wander in
this.
the blackness.
I won't
Find a bookstore.
restart the
Get
game.
bored
I
and
won't
leave.
do it. I
Narrator
won't
restarts
do
the
it. I
game.
won't
The narrator
do
is
it.
gone after a long time.
And
Stanley
the
dies.
timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this
I
schedule?
suppose so.
How would we even know?
You didn't restart,
Will
so
someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know.
So,
I guess we're just stuck here then,
Okay.
since you don't want to restart.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination.
Pretty boring
or the
story
journey,
if you ask
though they're
me.
always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out.
Doesn't
won't
feel
we?
like much of a
Eventually.
destination.
Well, in the meantime, if
What the fuck was that? That scared the fuck out of me. What the fuck? What was that? Oh, that legit made me jump. I don't like that. Is this...
someone was following Stanley, he was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Bro, stop with that. Why are these lights out?
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Alright, I'm taking the bucket this time. I'm gonna try and get the same
Stanley
ending.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right? That's what I'm supposed to do, right?
This was not the correct way to
Get the
meeting
same
room.
ending. Confusion
Stanley had
ending
felt
with the bucket.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yes, I need to go down the elevator.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
That's what you think, buddy. But I don't listen to you.
Good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this
Broom
bucket
closet.
you're carrying around everywhere. The
Long time no
bucket
see,
isn't
my good
even
friend.
From the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
I want to be in the broom closet again.
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Okay. Wasn't there?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where
Raw
it'll go off to
assets.
next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah, I love this song. Da 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 da.
Now this
Oh,
is
come
what
on.
the Stanley
You can
Parable
play it
is all
long.
about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then.
That's
Let's do
broom
it for the
closet
fans, Stanley. Let's give them more
content. My
content
favorite
exactly
kind of
like this.
content.
But if we want to do that, you're going
This
to
is
have
an
to give something up.
insanely weird looking staircase, bro. Telephone.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No,
I think
bro,
it'll
I'm
make
not
a
destroying my
wonderful new
bucket.
addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Can you go down
Go ahead
there?
now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality
Okay.
trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only
not
one
working, bro.
personality trait deserve
I don't know how to do
join
it.
the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really
It's not
explore the
working, it won't let me do it.
Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with
Why isn't it letting me
complexity
do
and
it?
nuance that it's
Is there a
really
glitch?
like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be
It won't let me
clamoring
do it.
for after this.
I don't think you're
Okay,
supposed to be able
The
to.
Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic.
It won't let me.
Characters like the adventure
I'm
line of
trying.
The Bucket Destroyer until you crush
Oh,
that
God.
damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh. I tried. What the fuck?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye,
excuse me.
new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let me. I don't know if you were meant to. I don't think you were meant to. Because, like, all it would do is just move it a little bit. It was like Stanley was telling me, no. Alright, well...
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
It's so weird. I don't know what I'm missing now, though. That's the thing. Like, what ending am I missing? I'm probably missing several endings. Okay, let's think about this. I've got... On the left side, I've got 10 endings. So... Turn on and off the mind control facility with and without the bucket. So that's 4. Go to the bottom of the mind control facility with and without. That's 6. Then go to the escape room twice. That's 8. And then down the stairs, that's 10. And then on the right side, I went to the lift twice, video game ending twice, I fell off twice, I did the like tape recording twice. That's 8. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I went down the elevator twice. Did I get that one? That's another 10. So I have 20. And there's 42 endings? What am I missing? It's a tough one. I don't actually know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is there anything I'm missing? We'll go down the left here. Oh, that's right. I need the last Stanley. I keep forgetting about it. What is it? What am I missing? Both red and blue. Isn't the doors, the red and blue doors? Well, I was already there, wasn't I? I don't remember. I even got the broom closet ending.
Coming to a staircase,
I did everything I
walked
could have possibly done
upstairs
down
to
the
his
stairs.
boss's office.
I think. Maybe there's
Staring
something in
into-
here. What the fuck? I was gonna say maybe there's something in here. It won't let me through. Maybe there actually isn't. What the fuck? Did it glitch? Oh my god, did I find one? Or did I glitch the game? Because he's not talking. No? Okay. It's letting me go back. These doors usually close behind you. I legit was just trying to see if I can find something in that other room, that there was something hidden. Did I accidentally come across an ending? Or is this a glitch? I don't know if I glitched it. Should I restart? Oh? No, this is another ending. Yo! I'm leaving. Why is the narrator not talking? He's not talking at all. Can I go through this door? No. It's just the same thing over and over. There's no door. Oh, can't go down the elevator. Alright, I guess none of these red doors are opening. Alright. Does it just keep doing this forever? Escape pod launch bay. Okay. An escape pod, you say? Yo, I can leave. I can leave. Hello? Hello? What happened? Oh. Oh, was that it? Oh, that's... There wasn't really much to that, was there?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new
Wow.
space he felt safe in...
So now I gotta... I guess I could do that with the bucket, too. How did I even do that?
Not everyone is so lucky.
It was like I walked in...
Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
It was like I walked in... And it's like before the door could get shut, I walked back out.
Door on his left.
I guess I gotta do that again. Where's that red and blue door at? Oh my god, okay, now I know I need what I need to figure out where that red and blue door is.
Upstairs to the boss's
I'm assuming that'll give me an ending. So what did I do? I went...
Stepping in.
Oh! I don't need to do that. I already did it. After this, I might have to make, because there's way more endings. I may need to Google this. Okay. So far, this is all the same, just with the bucket. Okay. Okay. Now I gotta go up like 500 flights of stairs, it feels like. I don't know why I feel like I need to open every door. Try and open all these doors. I really don't think it's actually meant to be opened. Now that I think about it. I've got itches. I got itchiness. Do I actually get to leave with the bucket? It just respawned me before I could leave. Okay, it's the exact same escape pod. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it gonna pop up? Or is it just gonna disappear? Oh? What the fuck? Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen Stanley's hands before. Like from this first person point of view. What in the world? Okay, that one was way better than the other one. Okay, so I'm looking at endings on Google because I don't know what else I'm missing. Oh yeah, the out of map ending.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
I think you go like up this chair. Yes. And then like and then you just sneak through here. I remember this now. Oh my god.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until
it's like a repressed memory.
He realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Right now.
Alright. No, I'm just kidding.
You could have done it just then.
I mean, I almost did.
Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of
forgot
them
about
are
this one.
appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. which is why he is in this parable, and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay. I remember this. Does anything happen from here? Dun, 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 dun. Does it just keep doing this? I think it just keeps going. It's a very pretty song. Okay, yeah, I just gotta restart. But do it again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I gotta do it again. But this time with the bucket.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Oh my god. Did that carry over from the escape pod ending? I don't actually know. Alright, let me try this.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Come on, let me go.
Yes, whispered the bucket in his ear.
They did.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a
What the fuck?
bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young.
What are we talking about right now?
The ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You
Stupid.
are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power.
What the hell?
Its
What are we in
fangs
Dark
glistening
Souls? What the hell? What the? Oh God!
You did it! You saved us from the bucket. Thank God
Yo,
you already had all
my
12
poor
emblems of
bucket,
sages
bro.
and knew the incantations
No,
to summon their
bro,
true power.
what the fuck?
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless.
Bro!
You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay, so that was an interesting one. I'm looking online. Apparently, you can just shut this door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the
They call it the coward
a
ending.
decision. What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What? Oh, is that it? Yo. It's changing again. Okay, so obviously I can't do that ending with the bucket because the door shuts behind me.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent.
Let's see
Stanley
here.
checked his ego
What else am I
and then
missing?
proceeded onward.
Oh. You can do that?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Okay,
left.
so apparently when you get to the elevator in the boss's office, you go up to the boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
I remember the
stunned
code. It's
to discover not an indication of any
2845.
Crap, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
I wish they would have changed the dialogue
This is
when you've come
certainly
up
the
here
most
multiple times with the
logical
bucket. It's the
explanation.
exact same every time. So apparently, you can go to this elevator and go down it and then go back up the elevator? If I'm reading
The
that right?
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh. I can go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket.
I feel
Can
like
we
I
go
should have
back
figured
up?
that out.
When I was pressing those keypad buttons,
Apparently
there
Google
was something very intriguing about
is
the
very
number
helpful.
3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
What?
The bucket said nothing.
Press the number 3. I guess I gotta get off.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had
Does this
enough
actually
of
do
the
anything?
number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Okay, I'll go back in the elevator. Now can I do it a second time? I don't want to read too far into the guide
Perhaps the bucket had missed
because
Perhaps it had
I
not
don't want it
seen
to
how much
spoil
joy
anything for
Stanley
me.
got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
So can I do the same thing without... I probably can without the bucket. Yes, I can go back up.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
It's just silent indifference from the bucket. We're back.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Sounds like the bucket is not interested in the number 3. What the fuck, though? How are you not into the bucket like, or into the number 3 like I am?
They've always been there for one another. Why
Mr.
suddenly
Bucket?
could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's?
Yeah, I'm
The question
passionate about
caused
this,
Stanley
man.
to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Uh-huh. Let's go back. Oh my god, I can go for a 3rd time. It just goes right to loading.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would
press
speak
conference?
to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over.
This elevator's moving fast
He
as
would
frick,
elaborate
dude.
fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others.
Huh.
It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yo.
For months, he advertised and marketed his
All eyes on Stanley,
building
live on
excitement
stage.
around it, developing and rehearsing it until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived,
World's healthiest
Stanley
human
was
being.
as
All tricks
prepared
revealed.
as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
How did we do the pyramids, huh? The guy who went to Mars. Oh my god. That's hilarious. An evening with world peace, baby. Alright. Why did it open like that? Stanley Parables Stanley, tonight live on stage. A Q&A with world's first sentient machine. What the fuck? Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. 3.
This was it. One
What's that
last
say?
chance
The
to
Lord?
win the bucket over.
Something about
One
the Lord.
opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Oh my gosh. The dude who came up with pizza. Let's go. I want to meet the guy who came up with pizza.
There was no one here.
Oh,
The press conference to
what it
hear
really
Stanley
means to
speak,
press the number 3 on the
listen to him
keypad over and
talk
over,
about
presented
what
by
it really
Stanley.
means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
There's no one here.
He was unloved, uninteresting.
That's sad,
was a
though.
failure. And in that moment,
That's
Stanley
actually really
knew the
depressing.
bucket would
I know it's
never
something.
again
I know it's
take him
worthless, but
seriously.
my god.
There
No
would
one
be
showed
no
up.
Connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began.
Silent
slowly.
indifference.
Over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
Oh no.
They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference.
No.
There would be no more
That's so
games,
sad.
no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
No. Aww. That's so goddamn depressing. Oh. Again, we've got this random hallway. Well, now I gotta do it again without the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I gotta do that same exact one. But this time... though...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Go up
to
the
his
stairs.
boss's
Through here.
office. Stepping into his manager's office,
Oh my God.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't...
I've heard it a million times,
to
man.
Just let the narrator talk.
Oh, Jesus.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Jesus criminy.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright, finally. So now we gotta go up and down the elevator again. Over here. Just without the bucket this time. See how it's any different. Yo.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read...
Oh, wait, what am I
Mind
doing?
Control Facility.
Jesus Christ. I gotta go up, back up. I'm so dumb. I've already done all that shit.
Nope. Never mind.
Bruh.
Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, man.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
I'm gonna press
What a
3
decision
again.
you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm pressing all the buttons. I don't know why. And I'm assuming we go back down and then back up again.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I love his sarcasm. So good. Nope, going back.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back
man.
up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Your sarcasm is killing me. Why does it spawn me staring at this? How are you gonna react this time?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh. Oh my Jesus.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more
What?
time to process.
Oh my God.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Master Stanley. Alright, well. Back to the elevator, I suppose.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Well, I mean, I can't go
How had I
anywhere
not
else.
Anticipated. I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh, there's nothing stale and repetitive about this game. Going back up! I want to go back up for the third time. Nope, he's got nothing to say this time.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Oh.
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh no.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story,
Oh
the
my God.
characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and
Can we
your
finally get there?
storytelling
This
and
is
your
taking
life.
forever.
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I
Excuse
thought
me.
it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
Yeah, finally.
Okay,
You don't ever
the
shut
room
up.
we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
You had to go slow so you could do your long-winded bullshit. Jesus Christ, he never shuts up.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Alright, so far it's the same, except with all the threes.
Speak a little bit about the nature of
Stanley
surprise in
Rider,
storytelling,
almonds,
and
chair,
what it means
gum
to craft
table,
a
nut
truly
bar.
unpredictable
Welcome, Stanley.
narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
What does it say? Congratulations,
Okay,
Stanley.
it
Remember
looks like they're
where
ready
you
for
came
you.
from,
Go
your
get 'em.
coworkers. Oh, man. Alright, well. Yo, there's so many people! Down, then up, then down, then up, then down, then up. Yo! There's so many static people. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? I saw dialogue pop up. Okay. Okay. I think... Let's see. I have to look again. God damn it. Let's see. What other endings am I missing? So, I think I got all of them on the left side. Let's see. The insane ending, I got both of those. Escape pod, okay, yep. Press conference, I've done both of those. Museum ending, yep, I did both of those. Bottom of the mind control facility. Countdown ending, yeah, I did. I think, yeah, I did that one. That was when you turn the mind control facility on. Freedom ending. These are all the left doors. So yes, I did all of them. I got all the left door ones. Okay, all the right door endings. The confusion ending. Okay, yeah, you go through the right door and go down the elevator. I did those. The cold feet ending. Walking back off the cargo lift, just immediately jumping to the floor below results in Stanley dying. Okay, that's the cold feet / powerful ending. When you die by jumping off of the thing. The vent ending, yep, I got both of those. The phone ending, yeah, I got that one. The real person ending? This ending path is identical, blah, 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 blah. This was unplug the phone. So I can unplug the phone. Okay. Okay. So what it wants me to do is unplug the phone. I'm assuming I can do that twice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
how do I get there again?
The door on his left.
I gotta go up the cargo lift.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
And I get to the phone room.
Perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay. Oh my god.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
Okay, so we go up the cargo lift and we go to the phone room, and I guess I can unplug the phone, the telephone.
Was so bad at following directions. It's incredible.
I had to Google these endings because I actually had no clue what I was missing.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make...
I gotta unplug the phone.
Now, I'm not asking for me...
And I'm assuming I can do that twice. With and without the bucket.
Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay.
That's her, Stanley.
So, right here I can unplug it?
To reach out. Oh, no, you can't.
Oh my god. I didn't even think to do that.
That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Double check.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's definitely
That's
here,
so
closed
smart.
up.
I didn't even think
Stanley
about that.
Picks up the phone. He's taken to
Can I
his
plug it back in?
apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge
Nope.
themselves to one another. Music
not.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe
What?
it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been
Now
able
he's
to
talking to the
correct and
player.
correct choices.
He's talking
And
to me
think I've been
directly.
letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Oh my
It's
god.
the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Hello,
He
Rupert.
could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Oh.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember,
You know what? I think I wanna
here,
forget how to
the
read.
real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the
Oh,
person
okay.
to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
So basically
Turn to
what
a
you're
partner
saying
and
is
practice saying,
everything's a lie.
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
What is that?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy
Maybe don't stick your arm in an
decision-making
alligator,
process.
bro.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices
Or your head?
per day. Do you make more
8.
than 8? Less? And
2.
finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant. And
That
the
is
feeling
true.
should subside.
That is
At
absolutely
this time,
100%
your instructor will
correct.
guide you in an exercise to test and
Compared to the
reinforce
size of the
material covered
universe,
in this
everything we
video.
do is very insignificant.
Welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that
What?
this room has begun to deteriorate as a result
Yeah.
of narrative contradiction.
I was
But
gonna
not
say,
to
what the
worry.
fuck
Now
happened?
that you're probably
Danger
involved
everywhere.
in
Oh, great.
decision-making,
Well, I see
we're going to
forklifts
revisit
stacked
a
on
choice
top
you
of each
made
other.
just a few minutes ago,
This
and
one's
see what the
clipping
correct
into
thing
the
to do
wall.
would have been. This way, please.
All right. Uh-oh. Can I not fall down here? Nope, it won't let me. I have to go down here.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly.
Oh, you won't
halfway
let
through
me.
the story.
I can't
That
even
story
jump.
would make no
The jump
sense at all.
circle right now would be
We
pretty
just need
great.
to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, it won't let me do
Unfortunately,
anything.
It seems this place is not well equipped to
It's like
deal
you
with
have to
reality.
go down here, bro. Can I go down here? Nope, it won't let me. It won't let me go through the crack. Dang, that sucks. Alright, what are we doing now?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Why are these lights always
When
off?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But I want to go on the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fine. Can I go in there? What happens if I just stay over here? Alright, I guess nothing happens. Well, why'd you open the other fucking door? You gave me the choice. Oh, I hit my mic. What the fuck? Okay.
Believe after everything we talked about that you
The chairs are clipping in.
You've destroyed my work. Why?
I didn't do anything, man.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh. Oh. Yo. I'm still here.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Uh-oh, he's getting mad.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a
I didn't really
world
care, to be
outside of
honest.
You're a child.
Nah, I'm a grown man, actually.
My story.
I can act childish.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
I've already done that. I did that a long time ago.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Uh-oh.
...behave exactly as Stanley would. That
What?
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I really want to go in the right door again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
What?
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
What the
That
fuck?
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'll go to the left. I'll go to the left. It's what he wants.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
I can't go in
hoping
there.
He might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
It won't let me
Stanley
go down the
walked
stairs.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I guess I have to go up the stairs to the boss's office. Can I go over here? Nope. They are dead set. Oh, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
What was it? Night Shark 115? Is that what it was? I don't think it's working. Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
That's what I said. It's not working.
115.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Nope, it's not working.
Sorry, is there a problem? You didn't miss.
I probably just blew out your eardrums. I apologize.
Speak the code into the receiver.
It's not working, bro.
Get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
It's not working, my boy. Night Shark 115. It's not working.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
I tried.
Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh, I'm getting reset.
When Stanley came to a set of 2,
Whoa.
He entered the door on his left.
Stanley, my boy.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh my god. Is this like supposed to be the actual ending?
More important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the
Thank
right
you,
thing
Valve.
to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh. Okay.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I think he said that one before. Okay, now I can do it with the bucket,
Stanley
right?
cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
Alright, so now we're going to do the exact same ending. We're going to unplug the phone with the bucket
Stanley
this time.
clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, no, we already did that.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah, good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think
My
about
bucket
this
can,
obvious fact.
because it's property
He
of
was firmly
Stanley.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to
Property
him,
of me.
and he unthinkingly
It's
did
my
whatever the
property.
bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Alright, we
Stanley
did this
once
part
again obeyed blindly.
where you answered the phone with the bucket. Now I
pick up
gotta
the phone.
unplug
Said
it.
the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Oh, comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it.
It is
There
very
isn't
difficult.
Exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds.
When I go to work tomorrow, I'll make sure
pausing
to hold my arm up when I tell the joke, so it's I get ultimate funny haha.
It is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone
I said it in the most
good comedy.
boring way possible.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter.
Easy, actually. Sounds really easy, actually.
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Oh my god.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Oh my gosh. Was that original ending in the original game? I don't actually know. Wait. I feel like I can slip through here. Nope, I guess I can't. Alright, I'll quit trying. That's really sad when I say it like that.
This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now.
I don't
Well,
know,
I
man.
wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Right. You don't want to overthink anything, bro. Don't want to do that. No, nothing to say in here. Usually you have something to say about that meeting room. Or that employee lounge or whatever it's called.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, I'm going to go on the right.
We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit.
Would it have changed if I went through the left door? I don't actually know.
Now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. I'll go through the left this time.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now.
I didn't get a video, man.
Down and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. Getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay. I guess it's the same. Regardless. So I'm looking at all the endings. And the only other one that I don't think I've gotten is the Zending. The red door. I didn't go through the red door. Oh my god. I never went through the red door, did I? Can I do it with and without the bucket? Okay, so I need to go... Okay, yeah, I know how to get there.
How long was I sitting there?
Alright, let's go. We gotta get to the... Should I bring the bucket? This time I won't bring the bucket.
While my senses were turned.
Oh, that's right. I can't bring the bucket.
Time from now on.
That's right. No buckets allowed.
To a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
I got to go through the red door.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Isn't that where the last Stan Loreen is too?
It was okay.
I think this is the last ending.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah. I gotta do the same.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
I gotta get to the red and blue door.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investment...
This one's gonna go a little bit longer, you guys, this video.
But the fact is,
obviously you can tell it's probably gonna be a little over 2 hours.
All this time. There's someone you've been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
There it is!
Prove that I'm on your side.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley.
No, it's a Stanlerine.
This is a real accomplishment.
I got the
This
last
is doing
one.
something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to
Okay.
be rewarded for the most trivial achievements.
I couldn't remember how you
insist
got to the red and
that
blue
a
door. It was
job
obvious
well
as
done
fuck. You
is
just
its own reward.
disobey the
I would
freaking
tell you
narrator
that
the
I'm
entire
proud
time.
of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So instead, I'll just say it's done. We're all done here.
All
And
right.
now we
Well,
can
I got
do
the last
whatever
one.
the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I will go through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so
We're just
much
going in
happier
circles.
if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, we're just going in circles, bro.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
No, wait. Where are you going?
this way.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh my god,
Please,
I'm
Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Oh.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Should have killed me.
Now,
Broke both my
Can we
legs.
please get back to the other room?
I suppose. Oh, I'm walking slower.
There. See? This is what you want.
Don't
This is
tell me
where
what
we
I
can
want.
Both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I don't think this would make me happy. I think I would be very lonely out here. Well, let's see what else he does.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Obviously, this is what I meant to do, right? This is
No. No. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
what can you say to convince me not to kill myself?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
Yes. Perhaps you can.
Yeah,
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
maybe.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Well, now I kind of want to go back again.
No, perhaps not.
Well, I guess not. Oh my god, he's walking so slow. I guess that's kind of what happens. And you jump off of it.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, goddamn, that's really sad. Well,
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Well, this one is yours.
Can I go back?
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Dude, it's so sad.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
I'm getting all the dialogue, aren't I? Oh my god, he's walking so slow. What am I playing? Outlast? I feel like I'm playing Outlast. He's not saying anything to me. He's just accepting it, I guess. I don't know. He's just... Yeah, just do it, I guess. I don't know. Anything you want to say? Okay, no, I guess not.
Is it over?
Oh, I'm dead.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh my god, that's so depressing. That is the saddest ending, bro. The Zending. God, that's sad.
Stanley,
What
I'm
the
sorry,
fuck?
but I have to put a pause on things.
Uh-oh.
It's those figurines.
Ah.
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I
Yo.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
We get to go back to the memory zone, bro. Alright. Didn't there used to be something here?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Oh. 7 of 6. What do we got over here? Oh.
And here was a second Stanley.
Yup, and the
You found this one all on your
executive
own,
bathroom.
Just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Well, I got the executive bathroom first. And then the boss's office. Where in the boss's office was... Oh. So it would have been in the boss's office because I came from the executive bathroom. So it would have to be the boss's office, right?
Hey, that's exactly right.
Yeah, it
was
makes sense.
here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Well, it just kind of
After
makes
all,
sense,
science
man.
tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I kind of was on my way.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
I
can't
don't
actually
remember
say I
the pink
remember
room.
being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Bruh. I don't know this pink room at all. Yeah, there was
This
one
the
over
fifth
here.
mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in
Ah, it
the
won't let me walk
warehouse.
off.
I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this in the style of? Yo. Oh my god. This feels like a YouTube tutorial from like 2008. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh my god. I love this game's sense of humor. This is exactly how those tutorials would have been back in the day. Everything by the narrator. Starring Stanley, though. Well, at least I got a credit.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Yep, and then I got this one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Perhaps
Well, yeah, it was the last one.
the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
Yep.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay, they all lead to the same thing. I was gonna say, oh my god, too many endings. You are in the present.
And then there was no more.
Oh my.
Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move on
The past.
into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh. Oh.
No, I'm not
Oh.
done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these
Oh my
figurines?
god.
Let's just go
Stop the
backwards.
loading screen.
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Yes.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh my god.
Yes, I love that video.
Again, I don't remember the
Still
pink
don't
room.
remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
And then the
These
one
really were a treat to hunt down.
in
You
here.
know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation.
I like how the number never goes up. Can I go down here? Oh, I guess not. I'm wasting my time by trying to go down there. It leads to nothing.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember
Yes, I do.
it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave
How
it?
could I ever
Keep going.
forget?
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Yeah, this is kind of where I got the collectibles, right? Oh my god, is this a jump circle?
Look, it's the terrible new content
Yeah.
that you were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. Time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact,
I'll save one. Just in
actually
case.
quite
Just in case I need it.
now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Of course, of course. Classic. That leads to the same thing, apparently.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Okay.
I enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
All right. I guess we're doing it one more time.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to
What I can actually do,
Stanley's
pick up the bucket.
the only co-worker he would
these
ever
screens.
truly need.
Because it's freaking me out. Did we go through the red door? Oh, that's right. You couldn't possibly go through the red door
Stanley
with the bucket.
clutched the bucket tightly to
Because
his chest
there's no buckets
and
allowed.
entered the door on his left.
That's correct. I guess we'll just do the original ending. Start at how we ended it.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom.
You know what? No. Let's begin the game again. Huh? What's this?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What is this?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I open one of these doors?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
The whiteboard ending. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, no, I'm not turning that on. That's annoying. I got the whiteboard ending, though. I think that was one that was...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, well, we'll do the left door. We'll do the old ending for old time's sake. The original ending, without the bucket.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a
just one more
staircase,
time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley...
Oh,
pushes
but he
the
remembers
buttons.
this.
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
We'll do it one more time. Just for old time's sake. We'll do the freedom ending one more time, and then we'll call it quits.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
This is
under
the
someone's
original
control
ending.
all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, sir. While it's doing this, I want to make sure that
Blackness
I've gotten every
and a
ending.
rising chill of
There's the
uncertainty.
art ending where you get the baby in the fire and you have to press a button for 4 hours, but I am not doing that. I'm sorry, people. I am not doing it.
He had won. He had defeated
New
the
content
machine,
ending.
unshackled
Skip
himself
button
from someone
ending.
else's
Okay, I got
command.
that.
Freedom
Sequel
was mere
ending.
moments away.
The whole
And yet,
whole
even as the
ending.
immense door slowly opened,
Oh, with
Stanley
the infinite
reflected
hole,
on
that's
how
right.
many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the
figurines
machine's
ending.
grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building
Reassurance
hold?
bucket
But
ending.
as sunlight streamed into the
What?
chamber, he realized
Oh, there's
none of
more
this
endings.
mattered to him. For it was
The
not
epilogue.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his
How do I
goal
get
had
the
not been
epilogue?
to understand, but to let go.
Assassin epilogue is a bit of a puzzle, but in keeping.
What to do.
It requires the player to close and reopen the entire game several
Whatever life
times.
he lives,
Really?
it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps
Okay.
the only thing worth knowing.
I guess I'll do
Stanley
that.
stepped through the open door.
I'll do that right after this.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So I'll close the game. Quit. Open it back up. Okay. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. These are some pretty worthless sliders. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or scrumtush? Say scrumtush. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay. Do you know what time it is right now? Yeah, it's 3:15 in the morning. Is it the time that it is right now the correct time? Yeah. What time? What is time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? I mean, yeah, there's probably plenty I haven't told you. Help? Okay. Will you come back to visit me? Yeah, I'll come back. Okay. Open it back up. I gotta keep opening and closing the game. What time is it? It is 3:16 now. Does anyone really truly know? Yeah, I do. Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. That is also true. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings for your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you and that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettleable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Epilogue? Here it is. Oh my god, we got an epilogue. I gotta do the epilogue now. I'm over 2 hours into this recording. Many, many years later. Oh, we're back in the desert. Again, it doesn't specify how long we've been doing this, or how much time has passed. Oh, now we got a little fire going, and the moon's out, and still lonely, and no one here. Got a little bit of a half moon here. Oh, Jesus. Am I on Mars? What's that? It's like chairs and stuff? Yeah. God, it looks like I'm walking towards a bad storm. Now we got a full moon. Oh. Now it looks like the sun is rising or setting. Perhaps I'll never know. What's over here? I see that's the memory zone. What is this? Oh, it's the escape pod. I got my bucket. I'm assuming they want us to go to the memory zone that's buried underground now. I don't like it. It's kind of creepy. Stanley Parable 2. Cookie Nine's blog. Oh my god. I'm not gonna read that whole thing. Oh. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Aw. But look, we got gym buttons.
Jim.
Oh, not all of them work, it looks like. Look at all the gym buttons, bro.
Jim.
There's so many gym buttons.
Jim.
There's more.
Jim. Stanley.
Huh.
Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
Stanley. What's that? I don't know what that is, but
Stanley.
there's a Stanley button. Oh. Well, how sweet. Oh my god, more Stanlerines. Let's get them all. Gotta get them all. Gotta catch them all. Is that all of them? I got 26 now, out of 6. Excuse me. Apologies. Oh? Hello. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Yes, we do. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. Oh my Jesus. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Now something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3 Stanley's big... This last ever... Beyond the Ghoulish? For Stanley's big fire. Stanley Parable 3, Stanley's Big Fire. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never die. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again, again, and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Sure, why not? Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Okay. Well, I'll enter the time. It is 3:25. Please adjust the slider. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Oh my god. Okay. So I can get the broken achievement now?
This is the story of a man named...
No, I've already heard it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
The new content door is open. I can go in with the bucket. Oh my god, I can get the broken achievement.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable...
Did you not notice that I have the bucket with me?
Content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few...
I got my
additions?
bucket.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully...
Oh my god, we've been here before.
Experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh my god. Can I go through here again?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Can I change it?
In the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's
Alright, we
opinion,
ended
it
up
makes
choosing
you
the one I
realize
wanted
that
now.
You knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Alright, yeah, I already knew what you were gonna do there, buddy.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
Here's my free easy achievement.
We're moving on.
Yes.
Now,
Oh my god,
here's
it better
something
actually
special.
frickin'
You remember
work.
that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll
It worked.
to this lever, and when you pull
I got the achievement.
as you can see, the machine is not working yet. Since what? Wait.
I got
what
the actual
hell is
achievement.
going on? You got the achievement?
Yeah.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh my god, I got the achievement. They physically gave me the achievement. I had to beat the game to get the achievement.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Can I get more Stanlerines? Oh, come on. You've been here already, my ass. The infinite hole. Yo, can I get another bucket?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Oh my god. Maybe I can get a
What does it
second
even
bucket.
mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
Yo.
It's future-oriented.
There's 2 buckets.
Screams progress and innovation and long... Wait, there are 2 buckets here.
Yo.
Get a second bucket. Oh no, the warmth and
The
comfort
power
of
of
a single
2
bucket is
buckets.
already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me?
Let me pick it up.
Are you with me?
Oh. No.
Stanley!
No.
I didn't lose you, Stanley. The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I
No.
know how much the bucket meant to you.
No.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh my gosh. Bro, you broke my bucket. You blew him up. Oh my god. That's still hilarious though. I don't imagine anything else would be would change. Yeah, let's just head out of here, I suppose.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I think so, yeah. I think I'm good. I think I'm all good.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single...
I think the rest of this is the same. So I'm gonna start over. And
All of
then
his co-workers were gone.
the balloons
What
are
could it
changed
mean?
now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
I think, honest to God, I've done it. I think I got all of them. I think I did it. I think I beat the game. That's all of them. I'm looking here. Yeah. That looks like that's every ending. Alright. Well. Looks like we beat the game. That'll be it. That's the whole video. Yeah. That's the series. Maybe I'll come back and like try and get the achievements or something. But I think I've done everything this game has now. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. This is my first series here on this channel. Let me know what other games I should play. I already have some ideas on what I want to do. And yeah, see you guys later.